Get in here and shut the door. It is happening. Jay-Z is bracing, and I mean bracing for what's coming next. Remember we said that there is a bombshell coming Jay-Z's way and we wondered whether he knew it or not. It appears that he is aware and he is bracing for it. What proof do we have? The fact that Jay-Z has changed tack in the lawsuit against Tony Buzbee again. I repeat, Jay-Z has dropped his lawsuit against Tony Buzbee. Let's get into this. This is directly hot off the presses. Jay-Z has withdrawn his complaint against Tony Buzbee, representing a woman who claims that Jay-Z raped her. Now, if you guys don't know, Jay-Z was going down onto the mat. He was swinging left and right. They said they had proof. They said they had evidence. Jay-Z's biggest supporters were saying Tony Buzbee's a liar. Sir, you remember when he was talking big and bad? You picked the wrong one. I am not that person. Your career is over. He literally withdrew that complaint. Okay, now here's what they say. Jay-Z has vociferously denied the allegation and had asked the New York judge overseeing the case to sanction Buzbee. Jay-Z accused of trying to extort him. Now we always say this is not extortion. Every legal person in the world said it's not extortion. However, the public wanted to believe that Jay-Z was being extorted simply by somebody filing a lawsuit against you. Now we did say a while back that sets a dangerous precedent because if people are allowed to file extortion lawsuits, just because you say, hey, can we sit down and talk about this? My client is making some serious accusations. We want to try to mediate to see if we can come to some type of agreement that is standard par. It is not extortion. Every legal person can tell you it's not. However, Jay-Z wanted to take the whole defense that it had to be extortion because even mentioning his name, even asking for mediation and negotiation, that's too much. You can't do that, alright? Now, the sanctions were also important because the sanctions proved two things while he was pushing for it. 1. Sanctions prove that what you're saying is such a lie, and sanctions are serious in the legal business. It's very hard to actually get sanctions. Saying that what you did was so outside the norm that not only are we going to sanction you with a heavy monetary fine, but this will also be referred to the Bar Association. And sanctions do mean that you can get disbarred. On top of that, they are a proverbial black eye on your legal record. Every case you have after that will be like, Your Honor, he was sanctioned for lying. He was sanctioned for making up things. It makes the lawyer look like they are just a dumb liar. Right. It's very, very bad. So they were pushing and they were hitting the nuclear button and pushing for everything to destroy Tony Buzbee. Now they quietly withdrew all that. They are also saying that they believe that Tony Buzbee did his due diligence and there is some merit to what this woman is saying, a year old. Alright now, they said on February 14th, Jay-Z's attorney Alex Spiro wrote to Judge Annalise Torres to inform her that he was withdrawing his complaint against Tony Buzbee. Do you know how huge this is? That they withdrew the complaint. Now I do need to know they withdrew it without prejudice. Without prejudice means, and I'm going to discuss all this with the paperwork, but without prejudice does mean that they have the right to bring up these claims again. With prejudice means they will never bring it up. But honestly, I think this without prejudice. It's just a weird attempt to save face because Jay-Z literally thought that everything he accused Tony Buzbee of, you're trying to bully, you're trying to intimidate, you're trying to harass Jay-Z. It sounds like you were trying to do that with Tony Buzbee and it didn't work. Remember all that stuff? Sir, you picked the wrong one for my daughter, for my country, for whatever. And Tony Buzbee said, Sir, I'm a U.S. Marine. You picked the wrong one. Jay-Z blanked, blink first. Now he filed his complaint under the Federal Civil Rule 11B. Basically, he was trying to say that the attorney must ensure that the legal filing is not being presented for any improper purchase, such as to harass, cause unnecessary delay, or needlessly increase the cost of litigation. The claims, defenses, and other legal contentions are warranted by existing law or by non-frivolous argument for extending, modifying, or reversing existing law or for establishing its new law. Jay-Z's lawyer did argue that Buzbee knew the plaintiff's claim was false, and that Tony Buzbee had therefore violated Rule B. The withdrawal comes after Judge Annalise Torres sharply rebuked Spiro for his personal attacks on Buzbee. She sharply criticized Spiro for the inflammatory language used against Buzbee. She noted that Alex Spiro had filed a litany of letters and motions attempting to impugn the character of Tony Buzbee, many of them expounding the purported urgency of this case. Now people are saying what people are saying in his letter to Judge Toros. He explained that he was writing on behalf of defendant Sean Carter to respectfully request, that Jay-Z's motion for sanctions pursuant to Federal Rule Civil Procedure be withdrawn at this time without prejudice. You guys, this is huge. They said we have discussed this matter with the counsel for the plaintiff. That's Tony Buzbee, who consents to his submission and agrees with the withdrawal without prejudice. Now listen, Buzbee's team will be seeking disclosure of Jay-Z's movements around the time of the Video Music Awards show after Party In. Remember I said they were going to do limited discovery, the time when the plaintiff alleges she was great. Jay-Z is, yeah. Again. Now keep in mind the extortion lawsuit is still going on, but judging by what he did with this, I'm guessing that the extortion lawsuit will also be withdrawn quietly, just like this one. You guys, this is huge. Jay-Z has somewhat surrendered and admitted defeat that these claims that the girl's making that there is either some merit to, or he wants to go out and he wants to fight, which I think is the best idea, fight for his honor in a court of law. I think he realizes that with what's coming down, he can't. There is something coming down the tunnel. We will go live about that. But I think Jay-Z realizes with what's coming down that he must clear the field, and he bit off more than he could chew with Buzbee. And he had to finally put his tail in between his legs and admit that there is some merit to what this girl's saying. And if he wants this case to go away, he's going to have to fight it in court. Now listen, Jay-Z got $1 billion. He can afford the best legal counsel, and I'm sure he will. But at this point, and who knows why he did it. I'm just giving you my opinion on why I think he did it. But yeah, this is a major win for Tony Buzbee. A huge major win for Buzbee. This is very embarrassing for Jay-Z, especially considering the verbiage and the language he used before to talk about it. But you know what? It is what it is. Congratulations to Buzbee for this next defeat. Let's see if Jay-Z has something else up his sleeve. In the meantime, I will talk to y'all later. Don't forget when this storm that's starting to take Jay-Z down, something outside of Buzbee touches down. I will be sure to go live and talk about it. Turn your notifications on. This looks like it might be D-Day. Alright, talk to y'all later. Bye.